west. Speed check reported ahead on I-30 west. Use the middle two lanes to merge onto I-30 west towards State Highway 580 spur west. Continue straight.
That all the South right now is getting one of the worst heat strokes of all time in history. We've been over 105 degrees almost every day in Texas over the last 4 or 5 days. We're at 103 degrees right now, and someone is actually taking their break. Now they are in shade. This is a Taco Casa worker. That's actually Taco Casa right there. Anyway, they're taking their break at 103 degrees temperature. Man. They're all the way from Chihuahua. Well, looks like someone forgot their breakfast. I guess they skipped breakfast, and I don't know. Dealing with about 3:34, which isn't too bad. We're dealing with about 104 degrees Fahrenheit. I checked another Google weather and the weather bug, and it was about the same, about 100, 105 around that time. I think also it's about 103. We are dealing with July 21st. So if it ain't freshly sliced, it ain't Jersey Mike's. Looks like we got some traffic coming out of Fort Worth. I did want to talk about SAG-AFTRA, and I think it's great that a team of, or even a huge population of actors can get together and look out after one another, and be created in an industry, be a part of a great big industry, and they get health insurance. They pay $3,000, or I don't even know how much they pay yearly to keep up with all the SAG dudes, and all the unions get together and everything. And I think that's just wonderful. I think it's a great thing. They have it in New York with Equity, with Actors Equity. The Actors Equity is for live theater and stage and musicals and drama and all the wonderful things in theater arts. And the SAG is for the Screen Actors Guild and AFTRA. It's just so wonderful that they can get together and team up as a team and hold it all together. Now I want to kind of transition over to the YouTuber. I really did, my big dream was to go out to Hollywood and to be this like SAG actor, this AFTRA actor, on television and movies and commercials and maybe video games and, all this wonderful stuff, but, for some odd reason, I don't really know the mysterious reason behind it, but for some reason it just didn't really work out. I did go there for a year. I did get on set and all this stuff, but so many people are so hungry for the same dream that you wait. You start to wait. It's a waiting game. And then all of a sudden, right under my nose, I could pick up my iPhone and just start making movies. I didn't even know it. Why wait? Why wait your entire life for maybe 4 or 5 minutes in a major motion picture at the most, if you even get that? I don't understand those guys. But they're striking, so they're upset, and they do want more money. And they team up together, give them more money. I think all the actors there deserve more money. That's great. That's great. But let me tell you something, in the YouTube world, that would never happen. Not in a million years. Not in a million years would you ever see a YouTuber on strike. Because it would be one guy in your city making these vlogs, standing there with a sign saying, I'm on strike. And then he would be videotaping himself doing it, making the movie as he was doing it. The idea behind YouTube is to actively express yourself and to make a movie. A movie is a motion picture with sound. It's a motion picture. This is a moving picture with sound. And that's what we do every day. We make movies. That's what we do. You get to settle down with a director's chair and a script and memorize lines, and the actors come in, there's lighting, there's makeup, and there's catering on the table, and that's wonderful. I just press a button. Look, those are nice Fort Worth buildings. JFK, John F. Kennedy, came here in November 21st of 1963 and gave a speech, blah, 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 this. And look at this. There's a mail, United States Postal Mail. It's an antique neoclassic building. That's all. That's it. I'm okay. I don't need your script. I never did. I didn't ask for it. You can have my script. And trust me, listen, my friend Bobby Skez and I, Hollywood's ripped off hundreds of our ideas. We see it reflected all the time in the movies, and we don't complain. We just write a new script. We love it. We get off on it. When you rip off one of our ideas from one of our movies and screenplays, and trust me, you'll rip off a lot of them. When you do that, we get off on it because we know that Hollywood steals. And they do. They steal ideas and intellectual property off other people so they can make more money. We know it happens all the time. And that's why I wrote, Skinny Pete and Friends, the sequel to Better Call Saul, which is basically a sequel. It's a teleplay. Because, hey, right back at you, Right back at you. Right back at you. That's how I do it. I take ideas from you, and then I put it in my show. Because I'm the producer. I'm the studio. And I'm also the actor. I am Orson Welles. I beat you. What are you going to do about it? Go get a picket sign and scream, and that's fine. I want you to. I want you to get more money. I want you to get all the money. You can take all the money that you don't know what to do with. If I was given $1 million for a movie, one of my screenplays, I'd know exactly what to do. I'd have my storyboards ready. I'd have my screenplay ready. I had my actors on call. I've got many actors that I know that I can call, that I can pay. I've paid them before. I've paid them real money. I know exactly what to do, and I have no fear of any of it. Even if you try to intimidate me with your big old, okay, I got an Oscar, all so I don't care. I've been ready for a long time. That's why I've been making my movie. Look, traffic's open. We're good to go. Keep on striking. I hope they give you more money. I pray for you every day for SAG and AFTRA so they get all the money in the world. They get everything. That's fine with me. Oh, by the way, if you do want to fund my channel, my PayPal is on my description, and I'm also including my QR scan, so I hope that's working out for you. I'm going to check it out on my television screen. So all you do is you just take your phone and you just put it up there like you're taking a photo. A little yellow box will come up, you hit it, and that's my PayPal. All you got to do is give a few dollars, and trust me, I'll find out who you are, and I will help you. I'll come back and help you. There'll be a time when God will allow me to go back and help you, because that's the way the world works. All right. Hope you guys get more money. I gave that speech about SAG and AFTRA is because they're privileged. This is an exciting time for the artist, the actor, to express himself. It's going to be challenging. There goes a TRE right here. It's a train in Fort Worth. But any of you guys, you want to come over and join me in Fort Worth, look me up, make a comment. I'll hire you just like that and pay you what I can. I've got 50 scripts ready to go. One of them I really want to do is called The Projectionist, which is a great thriller, kind of Brian De Palma film. I've got all kinds of ideas. Now, of course, you wouldn't be working with the studios. You'd be working independently. Mark Ruffalo just released a article about this very thing. And Mark Ruffalo, Stella Adler actor, great guy. He was the Incredible Hulk. He's a wonderful actor. I love him in everything, Spotlight and everything, all the stuff that he's done. What else did he do? Polar Bear and everything. Great actor, great idea. Time to do independent stuff, independent from the studio. No one's more independent from the studio than me. I'm very independent. And I have worked with some Los Angeles actors before. I have. Even from where I'm at. And I can work from you. I can work with you from all the way from LA. All you got to do is we have social media. We can communicate through Facebook Messenger or through text or through just commenting. You just have to leave a comment. I would love to work with you if you need work. I know that you're striking. So I won't be able to pay you a whole lot, but I can give you ideas, I can give you scripts and get you ready, so then when the strike is resolved, then you'll be ready to go. And the first thing that I'm really going to do by October is finish up my werewolf screenplay called Grace, which is designed for Gary Oldman, which is a UK actor. But I was also thinking about using Post Malone too. He's a musician for another character. But regardless, I do have this idea for a werewolf movie. And so if you guys want to talk about it, I know it's striking, you may not want to work, but we can talk about it. That's still kind of working away. And I would love to communicate with you and give ideas and talk about the strike and get information. I'm getting as much information I can from social media. One guy was from German in Venice, or one guy is German in Venice. Sorry, German in Venice was giving me information, or he gave information through his blog. That's how I get information. But I watched his vlog. I watched his show. So that's how I found out a lot about all this stuff. So I think it's wonderful. I think you guys should strike. I'm just saying that this may be a time to kind of think, well, let's think outside the box. And Cole Spivey's got ideas. Now, I know that the studios, I know if I pitched them a script, they just not, who knows what they would do. I don't know. But right now is a very sensitive time. So this is like a time where they're striking, so they're not really working. But you still may have some ideas and stuff, going in your head. And this, it can keep you creatively inclined to do something or to find something, Striking is very hard. There's been a lot of movies and plays and all kinds of stuff about strike. One is Norma Jean, or I'm sorry, not Norma Jean, not Norma Jean, Norma Ray, Norma Ray, which I actually had worked with that guy that was in that. I think he passed away. He played the union administrator, or the union guy. Rob Lieberman, I think is his name. Anyway, I worked with him when I was at the actor studio. He was kind of like a coach. He did like a guest teaching thing. But yeah, this is a very exciting time. So in a way, I'm kind of envious of you guys. You get to go through a lot of struggle and probably a lot of good artwork. A lot of good stories are going to come out of this strike. So, but everybody is for it. Everybody, it is a time when, when it's going to be rough, it's going to be hard. You're holding a picket sign. It's all you're doing. You just have this little voice that you're crying out on the sidewalk. It's really cool stuff. We're going to look at more traffic over here. Alright, we're over this way and over that way.
An array of contemporary Texas cuisine from Sandgate Square to the near south side. Discover the modern wells from historic stockyard.
So law is there to put fear in Christian. So as a Christian, you have to know there is no law against kindness. They haven't invented one. There is no law against kindness. All right, entry A15 up that way and over there. Well, these are real nice neighborhoods out here on the other side of the lake. A place called Joe Pool Lake. My second wife and I had gone out there and watched the fireworks explode during the 4th of July a few times. It was about the time, a little bit before we decided to have kids. And it's very romantic and a nice place to go, Joe Pool Lake. About 10 miles or so, earshot of a place called DBU, known as Dallas Baptist University, where my second wife went to school. Right next to the SWAT team, where they train to be special tactics officers using assault rifles for special things. You can usually hear SWAT practicing when you're reading the Bible and thinking about your future at Dallas Baptist University. It's a nice sound ringing in the air, the sound of freedom. And there's a cicadas known as the locust. I love these pink trees right up here. Beautiful right there. Just beautiful. All right, so there are these large poles that have lights on them, see? And they're like beacons. And one night back in, I would say 1995, before GPS, I was lost out here off of probably Elmer Weaver Freeway. And I was going around circles looking at these lights and then my gas gauge, thinking to myself, how am I going to get to the highway? For a good 30 minutes or more, maybe longer than that, maybe an hour, it could have been 2 hours, I don't remember. But as these lights, I kept going around, they kind of reminded me of flying saucers at nighttime. Boy, let me tell you, back then we only had Mapsco, and it didn't help. But I was able to find the highway eventually and make it back to good old Fort Worth. But I remember these lights right here. I was coming back from a rehearsals at Main Street Theater in Mansfield, and got swarmed up in these lights. Now they're not lights right now, but at night you can see them blinking, I guess for the aircraft. There's a weather station right there. That's the little beacons right there, not too far from DBU, crossing Beltline. It's Beltline right there. Yeah, it was something else. Something else. But I was able to eventually find the highway and just kind of make it back. There they are. They're antenna. You could probably jump from one of them if you got a parachute. Those little throw chutes that the people that base jump, because the base jump is It's going to be a bridge and antenna, suspense, or something that suspense, and the earth. Those are the four things on base jumping: a building, an antenna, just like that, suspense, which is basically like a bridge. Oh, I messed it up. It's a building, an antenna, and then the suspense, and then the earth. The suspense would be the bridge. It's like a suspension bridge or a suspense, where it suspends. Starts with building. You can jump off a building base jumping with a parachute, or an antenna, or suspense, or earth, just like a mountain. And the guy that invented the base jumping, he got killed by the fourth one. He jumped over a lot of buildings, or jumped out of buildings. Antenna, he jumped off antennas, and bridges is suspense. But the earth one, he jumped off the wrong way. The wind blew, and what it did is it blew his parachute into the cliff. Killed him. Parachute did not open, and he died. It was Christian Science. He did not believe in broken bones. He did not believe in sickness. And he died jumping off a mountain. True story. The guy that was with him witnessed it. And he didn't, he never set a bone in his life. He would walk around kind of with a limp. He just didn't believe in any type of sickness. He didn't believe in any of it. He couldn't get sick, couldn't break a bone. And now he's passed on to another area of life, into the afterlife, I guess you could say. Well, the guy that saw him jump, and he didn't recover. He fell down and died, and that was a base jumper, and I don't know his name, but he was also really big in the Christian Science industry. Eddie Baker Mary and all that church stuff, and it pretty much killed him. He wasn't trying to die. He wasn't trying to. He was trying to base jump. His parachute just didn't open. So it can happen. There's base jumpers, though. But that would be an interesting place with the antenna. Now, if you're on YouTube, I highly recommend the Squirrel Olympics. You have to see this. It's amazing. The guy's got millions of views. He's trained all these squirrels in his backyard. A squirrel, a bushy squirrel like a rat with a tail. We're talking one of the most entertaining things that you can watch on YouTube. The squirrels will go jumping in slow motion for a nut. He does the whole sports broadcast kind of thing. It's play by play. He follows these squirrels, and they also interact with birds and other animals in his backyard. It is the most entertaining thing that you can watch for about 30 minutes. It's got millions of views. This guy's a complete genius. Squirrel Olympics. Watch it right now.
You're traveling 3 time zones or 13. Beat the exhaustion, grumpiness, and even depression of jet lag.
So a lot of places in Texas have these. They're basically like rock canyons. You can see the geological time as it progresses. Tell how many years has gone by, things like that. They got them all over Texas, these little canyon things like that. Approaching Joe Pool Lake area, which is what that is right there. You can kind of see it. And my second wife and I had gone out there a few times before we had children to kind of talk about it a little bit, and pray about it. And we also saw the 4th of July there and decided to start a family. And we had gone through Joe Pool Lake. and visited there, paid the little fee to get inside, all that kind of stuff. And it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting place. So that is right there, Joe Pool Lake. I'll be crossing by it, or crossing over it. It's a nice country area right here. About to go right into Dallas city limits. There's a nice jogging trail there too if you're trying to lose weight. Go out there and jog. Pretty clouds right there. You really look at them for a little while. Let me bring it up here. Sounds like a spaceship and a truck mixed together. One day you will wake up and it all makes sense to you. This whole mystery. All the puzzle pieces of why things happen the way that they do. Why we have these certain tracks of tears and tracks of scars and things that we carry on ourselves and the mistakes that we come across. One day it'll all make sense to you. And then you'll be able to leave this place and move on. It's a nice stay, though, this place that we're in, but it's not forever. We're only here temporarily. Our true home is over there. Way over there in heaven. That's our true home. That's where we live. We're aliens to this place. These signs can be very helpful. This one says, buckle up, phone down. Every trip, drive safe. Even Barbie buckles up. So, you got your phone, go ahead and put it down. Just put the phone down and drive. buckled up and I'm driving. Reason I'm doing this, one of my favorite moments in cinema history is in Mulholland Drive, where the old couple gets picked up at the airport and they're just so happy. They're so happy to be riding in the back seat. Drive safe, buckle up, phone down every trip. Barbie. Kind of makes you want to go, wee! Oh, there it is, right there. Fort Worth. Where they ask the bad people to leave and the good people stay. And it's only 93 degrees. I really did see someone driving the other day like that. They were like, and I was looking at them like, what in the world? Well, you know, we might as well enjoy it while we can, because the robot cars are coming. So you better get in the car and start driving. Can have my lane. I've been to Abilene. Spirit World Horizons all day. The devil has Texas, according to Daniel Johnston. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to listen to that song. Yeah, if you ever want to listen to a really great song, check out Daniel Johnston's Spirit World Horizons. It starts with I've been to Abilene. It is a great song. Probably one of his best. Although a lot of people, you know, like The Story of an Artist, which is really good because he did all the piano and that he played piano. But Spirit World Rising, he did the guitar and drums, and I believe there's a tambourine in it or something like that. But it's a really great song. So what this is kind of like making choices movement. Looks like a big one. And sometimes you can get torn. And that's not always like I say, ambiguity kills. You gotta go with the choice and stick with it. Got Firefly right here. They're a really good company. I thought about doing it. I'm gonna look into it. You just put that on your car and go. Who knows how much they make? Probably 400 a week or more, maybe a day. I don't think it's that high, but they could do $70, $100 a day. I don't know. They could be clearing $1,000 a week just on Firefly. I don't know. I never had one. St. Paul Lutheran coming up. Sermon. Heard it the other day. Here we go. We walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. Pretty good one. Way over there is a stadium. Will Rogers is over there somewhere. Where's that kitty? I hear a kitty. Oh, he is in there. Somewhere there's a kitty. There he is, doing his business. Hello. Are you watching I Love Lucy?
No, sir.
Oh, hi.